Vivian, I found it.
You... Even though I asked this of you, I was not entirely I feared the executors had seized it.
I met with one of these, and I convinced him to let me keep it. He told me something. That the truth is just a matter of collective belief, and that if enough people believe a lie, that lie becomes the truth.
It does. But it also means that the truth is not immutable. That it can be changed. Provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their perspective has the sad history of the...
You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
It did. Or its author, rather. She was a heretic, you see. A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the realm. And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled. I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of... She taught me that my solitude was not a... And that, though my journey to the truth...
Do you still feel that way?
Honestly? I'm not entirely sure. Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather... But the more I study, the more I find value. So if you'll permit me, I'd remember, Clive. When enough people believe, give the men and women of this bin...
I'll try, Vivian. Mid.
You make it sound like I asked you to save the world or something.
Tell me...
It's most of what I need. After you left, under cogwheel. Gears that smaller are back.
Wait, the children. When they took apart your scales, now that I think about it, They didn't use it when we put the scales back together.
The young'uns? But why would the... You know what? I'll keep working on the model. You go and find...
Sid!
She wasn't high. She's just busy working.
A new invention? Is it an...
Do you think she'll let us help?
That just so happens a brass gear. A tiny one.
Oh! The one you forgot!
We saved it, just in case. It's in the bag of pigs.
Since your lesson, we've been disassembling, then reassembling all the pieces that are left over, we keep under our beds, just in case.
That's...
Look! I found it! Is that all? Just the gear? We have more parts if Mid need.
That's all for now. But I'll let Mid know about you.
Thanks, Sid.
Has Mid at all mentioned a new project yet?
Well, did they have it?
They did. And they kept it somewhat.
Will it work?
What exactly are you going...
Only the most. The wings aren't going to move on their own. But with the right cog in the right place... Well... That should do it. Here goes nothing. Titan's tits.
It wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The Mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without. Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes. Children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head? Or do I follow my heart?
Good question. The first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my Mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work...
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it isn't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm gonna bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out. Ooh, I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
Of course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, I'll still need to make it a treasure worth hunting for. Won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat fly after. But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it, Clive? And I reckon I've got a fair few good uns left in me.
I'm sure you do.
I hear that you... Did you by any chance recover...
I did.
If... the be... The director was a brutal man.
The registry was all I found beneath the tree. There was no sign of a body. Or any record of what happened to them.
I pray that at least some... All their names are here. My friends. My light in those... I can still remember their faces. Children who were taken from their bunks in the morning. No explanation of...
They'd be happy to know that you survived, huh?
But why did I make it out alive? When so many others died?
It's not your fault. And blaming yourself won't bring them back. See that their names live on. That way, at least.
I'm going to write a book. An account of the horrors of Bad Orla, of Valisthea, and in the name of those...
Neither will I.
These records would have been buried for all eternity.
It's usually me making demands of Hippocrates.
How many side quests are they gonna add? Jesus. Normally I'm not mad, but like, why are you piling them all at the end here?
Lawsman Harpoc.
Ah, yeah.
You spoke of making amends with Dion. But I can't imagine what for.
Then I should begin by this was some years ago, of course. At that time, to supervise, all to ensure that the future Emperor had a firm grounding. Alas, our time I had not...
Have you spoken with him?
No, His Highness always seems so not when I know...
The guilt weighs heavily on it, but as you say, that was Ultimus.
When I first... And I did. It is one of my great... And what he truly needs. The blame for Dion's transgressions.
I see. I'm ready to help you in any...
Then I beg that you bring me a wild... Apothecary is a fabulist.
Well, it can't hurt. Where can I find...
You have seen cultivated wyvern-tail. Well, there... Well, sort of thing.
I'm just gonna skip all this. I don't really care. He's just telling me where to go, what to grab, etc., etc. Like,
Joshua, I don't think I'd realized how different, but...
I suppose it's not.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her, to let her know that we still need her. But how to do that? When last we were truly close.
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual tour of the... And Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill?
Yeah, to see the snow. It was the first time Father had a lap. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down to the pop boys combing
In the rain. A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge in a grove of oaks before we'd even made it. It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and needless to say,
And it seems you and Jill have unfinished business.
Man's Hill.
Oh, true. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remains as it was.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for...
I'm saying we should first go and see if there are actually still any snow days.
First things first.
No use calling Ambrosia now.
Be Nickelbug.
These people aren't turned. The village seems safe. What is going on? Ah, heed the call. No, to be honest, I wasn't sure I'd find him here.
Is that so?
What are you doing here?
It is my home. The others,
You keep saying that.
they came here to perform the rite. Just as this village is that where they shall cast their souls upon the gentle water.
Give themselves.
Oh, Lord, let us free us from...
They want to be... Forgive me. But did another foreigner, like me, come here?
You mean the traveler from Stone? Yes. He's...
Thank you.
They seek the same salvation Barnabas did. At least the third chair still lives. Let's go find him.
Yeah, we think. It's playing eerie music. I don't trust it.
Excuse me.
I am. Lord Rosfield.
That's right. And you must be the third.
I am.
Cyril was worried for your safety.
And I must apologize. I did not mean to trouble the bearer of the burning quill. Much less you.
You said that you had failed to report.
I came here to study the followers of this new faith. But the more I learned of them, you have seen them at their prayers. They devote themselves to the veneration of their Lord, with a praying night and day, not that they might be granted rest. Serve him with all of them. I too swore to devote my life to the service of my Lord and Master, but this... And so I would see it through, see these people safe, that they might do their duty to their Lord.
You do understand what their dream is.
I do, my lord. They would cast aside their wills and become a Kashik. I know that it may be hard to believe, but to these people, that is the very essence of... Forgive me, my lord. But I must remain... Did you hear that, my lord?
I'll go and find out.
Yeah, something just happened. Something big just happened.
Beneath the flood. There must be some... Echoes as...
Ready, brother?
Ready. What now?
Oh. As a big boy.
We meet again. I've killed your kind before. Damn it. Don't you die. Come on, speak to me.
I had to save them, that they might have a chance to find true salvation by devoting themselves to the service of their Lord. just as I did. When the Undying plucked me from the gutter and gave me a cause to believe in. A duty to serve was everything to me, and I would not deny them that fulfillment, even if they must become a Kashik in order to achieve it. Forgive me, my Lord Marquis. I did not mean to trouble you with this. My findings. Could you deliver them to Master Cyril for me?
Of course. Your duty will be done.
Look, my lord. They are saved.
They are saved. Founder. I should get this reported.
My Lord Marquis, I am glad to see...
I met with your third chair, Cyril. He bade me deliver his findings to...
Thank you, my lord. He remained in...
He died protecting the villagers from an echo. I buried him in Mickelberg. I'm... sorry.
If you could not save him...
The villagers, they were... believe it. They prayed to their god that they might be unburdened of their wills. Then an ether flood came. Your brother sacrificed himself that they might live, even knowing that that life...
Then he perished defending liberty. For the right to choose how one dies is no less sacred than the right to choose...
Sid would agree. He wanted
a noble ambition. To die for one's cause is It matters not how misguided others might judge one's decision to be, only that the decision we live according to the teachings of our order. We believe in them, we protect them, for better or worse.
But he didn't die for your creed. And you still believe that what he did was right.
I believe that he believed we of the Undying are not slaves, and this was his will.
I'd like to know this man's name, Cyril. To know the names of all the Undying who've fallen in the line of... They died serving my house. That is my due.
Of course. I shall fetch the Book of Martyrs. My lord, it is the greatest honor of my life to serve House Rosford. Though our duties may differ, yours is no less important. I pray with... And were they here, I have no...
Seems this place has been flooded twice over. Purple flowers blooming next to a waterfall. Shouldn't be too hard to find.
Safe.
Here they are. Might as well pick enough for a bunch, I suppose. This is the place, but...
I'm sorry, Clive.
There's nowhere been spared. What do we do now?
We keep looking. Man's Hill cannot be the only place where Snowdate...
Perhaps, but it's the only place I know of.
Then why not ask someone who might know of...
Someone in the backyard? Let's hope one of the merchants here has what Gav needs. Excuse me, a silver...
Oh, there was a man near St. Most.
We'll see.
Just because the heavens have gone to wreck and ruin, it don't mean we have to.
How do? You've the look of a man who could...
I'm looking for a...
If that's the case. No one has... Word is, they were all hunted for... If any are still out there.
You're probably right.
I've got greens of all
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
Oh, 1,000. The caching jar. Can I help you?
You wouldn't happen to... s-
But if it's fancies, you're...
Was a silver chocobo
Oh, yes.
It wouldn't be the first. A silver chocobo sighted in the hills near Rhiannon Tribe. It sounds almost too good to be true. But since I'm already here... Come on.
Can hardly make it. Quiet.
bandits for a change. More tracks. The chocobo was here. I don't hear anything. Well, I'll be damned. It's all right. I'm not going to hurt you. Just borrowing a feather for my friend. Thank you. Let's get this back to Gav before they... Let's hope one of the gardeners knows where to find snow daisies.
It was no trouble. Clive, how'd you get up?
Any...
Crystal's crack. Where in the hell did you
It's a long...
Right there on the road to East.
Everything, the empty cap...
Don't blame, they'll find it after all. Anyway, and now all the...
I didn't know you could cut...
Like the fact I'm as... And that bone Ember gave me's a...
But it weren't your Avis, Sid. I slew one of my own.
So all those long nights in the pit finally bore fruit.
Don't speak too soon.
There we go. What do you think?
I think if you ever hang up your scouting cap, you'll be able to make...
Oh, will I? I should go and see if Ed is awake.
Give it my best.
You can give it to yourself.
Oarsman.
You did?
I think... You wanted to...
Oh,
It's no... Your Highness.
No.
Our lawsman.
Must. No. Not after everything. I have taken all because I have sworn to atone for my crimes or die, but were I to meet with him again and see in his eye,
Then that is all the more to test your resolve.
I must at the very well.
Follow me.
Even now, I hesitate to approach him. What must he think of me?
You'd be surprised.
Master Harpocrates, pray, accept my apologies for leaving your tutelage before my studies were complete. Your lessons opened my mind to a world quite unlike the one I had imagined from within the gilded confines of the palace. And I shall be forever grateful for the efforts you made to enlighten me.
Lift up your head, Your Highness. The deeds of youth require no apology. That you took the time to visit me says much about the man you have become. Now, there is something I would like to show you.
Is that a wyvern tail? The color is unfamiliar to me.
Because it is unique to those found in the wild. Something in the harsh environment in which they grow lends them this striking hue. Their roots are indistinguishable from those of their hothouse cousins, but once they bloom, the difference is immediately apparent. In this flower, I see you, Your Highness. Its roots were the roots of a wyvern tail, with all that implies. But they do not define it. Just as yours do not define you. I want you to have it, that it might remind you of this truth.
Master Harpocrates, I would ask of you a service. Keep your gift until I have fulfilled my duty to the realm, for only then shall I be deserving of it.
As you wish, Your Highness. I shall await your return.
Our roots do not define us. No wonder my stepmother didn't like him. For reuniting me with memories I had thought long lost. I shall not forget this.
Thank you, Clive. Were it not for you, I fear I might never have found the right moment to speak with him. Not to mention the wyvern tales. I shall plant their seeds, that I might not disappoint His Highness upon his return.
I hope the soil in the hideaway is to their liking.
Why, these flowers bloomed in the bleak, black wastes of Waloed. I'm sure Nigel's yard will suit them to a T.
What's this?
A stolus, or more precisely, it is said that an owl so considered that one day...
Well, thank you, Harpocrates.
help you today, Clive? Come to claim your just desserts? All yours.
All done?
Ah,
How are you feeling?
well. Is...
Wrong? No.
Go on. Did you make it?
We did. Aye. It's from all... It's a good luck charm. We may come up north when a band's on the way. I mean a baby. To let him know that they're part of the... Oh, I hope you...
I thank you, my lord.
If there's anything you need.
I will.
Fancy a swift off. I'm thirsty.
I could be convinced. Don't you think you've had enough?
No, we're celebrating. I'm gonna be a father.
I think Edda might have something to say about that.
You know what I mean. Bit of light in these dark times. Wasn't long after me 10th name day. My mum told us she was with child again. I was over the fucking moon. I was looking forward to having a little one to lord it over. What with me being the runt of the litter. Thought I'd finally have a chance to prove to the world that I could be a big brother. Imperials came the day she went into labor. Had myself a baby sister. And then I didn't. My whole family gone in a blink, while I hid in the cellar like the spineless little arsehole I was. Great brother I turned out to be. I'll never be a leader. And I'll never be a hero. I'm just a daft little dog who comes running when his master calls. I'll never be like you, or Sid, or Jill, or even Torgal.
Have you finished?
Maybe.
Do you know why you're our best scout?
Yeah.
Because you don't need anyone to hold your hand. Without your resourcefulness, your courage, your determination, I don't know where we'd be. Maybe hanging off a cliff like,
That was only the once.
Exactly. You learn from it. And here you are after Founder knows how many missions, stronger for everyone. And let's not forget Rosalith. Who was it who freed me from the dungeon? Who was it who ran to Jill's rescue?
That would be me.
Because you're our brother, Gav. My brother.
Your brother.
Which means that when the time comes,
I get your room. And your sword.
I may have had one too many.
You may have had 10 too many.
I said I was thirsty. Better get back to work any...
What is it?
Thanks.
I know.
Do you think they'll come back?
So, will it be? Not bad, if I do say so myself. Anything else?
Say what you will.
Oh,
I need your advice. Joshua and I are looking.
snow daisies. Then you'll want somewhere not too hot and not too cold. I reckon Man's Hill would be a good place to start. There and the Royal Met both have similar climbs and the right elevation. If the Blight hasn't claimed them.
Right.
Did you learn?
The gardener here.
The fields beyond Northreach. Well, if that's the case, I recall that. So I are.
Whose shores border the meadow.
And how might I help the garrison today?
Haven't seen any of those beastly blue. Do be careful.
Not here.